Boop. Okay, we're going to be talking about perimeter and area. The difference between them is perimeter versus area. Okay, so the difference between perimeter is that if I have a shape like this, a square or a rectangle, I should say, because it's not going to be even. If I have a rectangle and I were to count up the lengths of the sides, for example, this is 2, let's say this is 2, they're not equal. I'm just going to say that they're equal for the sake of this video. If I were to add them all up, I would have 8, and that would be the perimeter. The perimeter is when you add up all the sides of a shape. You add up the lengths of all the sides of a shape. Okay? And you can do this with anything. You can do it with triangles. Okay? All sorts of shapes. And the area is whenever you find how much space is inside of here by multiplying, in the case of a rectangle, multiplying the height by the width, by the length of the base. Okay? So, when would you need to use them? Well, let's say I were to ask you, okay, you want to build a fence around your backyard, okay? What would you need to find how much wood you would need to build the fence? Like how long, how much wood, how long would you have to build the fence? As in, let's say you have a backyard. Okay, I'm not explaining this properly. Let's say this is your backyard, and you want to build a fence, and you want to know how much wood you're going to need to build this fence. What would you need to calculate to find how much wood you need? Well, since the fence just goes on the outside of your yard, you're going to need to calculate the perimeter of your fence. You're going to need to of your backyard. You're going to need to calculate the length, add up all the sides of your backyard, so you can calculate how much wood you would need to build your fence. Now, let's say instead you wanted to replace or add carpet inside your bedroom. Okay, what would you need to calculate to find how much carpet you would need to fill the bedroom? Well, since the carpet's all over the bedroom floor, it's all over, it's going to cover the entire bedroom floor, you're going to need to find the area, because you're not going to be putting it just on the edge of the bedroom, you're going to be putting it on the inside of the bedroom. So you need to calculate the area. So the perimeter you use to calculate whenever you're trying to find the length of the outside of a shape. And the area you use to calculate on the inside of a shape. If you need to find the inside of a shape, how much does it cover, then you would use the area. If you need to just find out how long the sides are, all the sides are, then you'd find the perimeter. Goodbye and good night.